Imagine the crushing black void at the ocean floor where divers descended in 2019 to inspect deep-sea cables. They expected mud and rock, but instead they found tracks like those of a colossal plow scarring the deep seabed floor. A deep rumble echoed from below as if something ancient stirred and breathed heavily within the darkness of the abyss. Authorities buried the reports while officials claimed all was well, but a scientist slipped the truth about the sinking seabed. Water reclaimed its domain while land seems eternal, yet it shifts faster than broadcasts admit to the unsuspecting public eye. Today we reveal 6 nations doomed to vanish soonest, beginning with a paradise masking a terrible hell beneath the waves. The Maldives chain of 1,192 atolls draws wealthy visitors to white sands, ignoring peril underfoot. This lowest nation rises just 1.5 meters above sea level, where waves are already chest-high during storms. Storms already ravage homes and paths, while scientists cite warming and melting ice, predicting habitation ends by 2030. Salt poisons the soil, causing wells to dry and crops to wither, leaving the population desperate for fresh water sources. The government eyes land in India or Australia for exile, but facts worsen as oil scanners detect deep crustal decay. The tectonic plate sinks under island weight, while a hidden funnel devours rock and sand into planetary depths below us. Like bathwater swirling down a drain, the land follows the water into the abyss, leaving nothing but blue ocean surface. Elders whisper of sunken temple peaks as punishment for ancient sins, where priests sealed underworld gates against pure ancient evil. Modern drilling weakened these bonds, and beings hunger again, waiting for the moment to rise from their watery prison cells. Divers glimpse vast shadows rising that are not fish or whale, but something far more terrifying from the ancient legends. While Maldives subsides slyly, Kiribati in the Pacific faces a violent frenzy with 33 isles and 2 already gone forever. Leaders beg recognition as climate refugees, while roads shatter and salt kills groves and wells, forcing people to flee now. Fishermen shun seas where pre-flood water glows venomous green from the abyss, containing no mere plankton but toxic life. It mesmerizes and clouds minds, while metallic screeches or beastly groans resound deep beneath the surface of the dark water. Ships log gravity warps as waves rise wall-like and motionless, without wind, defying all known laws of modern physics. The ocean seems alive and malevolent, with an ancient mind that mystics liken to Bermuda portals awakening across the globe. Isles erase into other realms, while nets rip by claws and beachgoers vanish without a trace, leaving families in grief. A people might dissolve before eyes blamed on storms, but the truth is far more sinister than weather patterns suggest. Europe's Netherlands, rich and engineered, has defied seas for centuries, with half its land sitting dangerously below the sea level. Deltaworks dams and sluices rival wonders, while Miesland barrier steel petals guard Rotterdam for 10,000 years by satellite. Reality hides the truth as Earth vibrates a low, maddening hum from strata depths, cracking concrete unseen by human eyes. Soil liquefies to slurry, causing groaning in homes to sag, while sinkholes swallow cars and trees into the muddy depths below. Swamp piles rot unnaturally, and legends revive of a water wolf that hungers for stolen polders and human settlements there. 1721 St. Elizabeth flood devoured 72 villages, and chronicles note black waves howling against the wind with fury. Barrier crews report ghosts and 30-meter phantom surges shaking the gates as water remembers confinement and springs with pure fury. Beasts flee coasts before the breach erupts from below, with mud geysers bypassing dams and drowning cities in mere hours. The wolf feasts on the destruction as the engineered marvels fail against the primal power of the angry rising sea. Bangladesh knows mud-mutated horror, where 160 million crowd the Ganges Delta facing monsoons and melts flooding every year. By 2031, fifth submerges, causing millions to flee, while Chittagong ship graveyard worsens with mud devouring steel chunks. Hull's echo knocks from within, while Sundarban's mangroves rot alive, oozing incombustible tar that poisons the land and the water. Tigers swim seaward in trance, drowning southward, while shamans cite a bayfloor master summoning them to a watery grave. Water fever chills victims gray-skinned and white-eyed, making them crave immersion until their lungs are filled with thick slime. Corpses liquefy while satellite views show riverbeds and circuit patterns appearing like surgical cuts, isolating villages from the mainland. Rescuers find empty homes with footprints leading to the water's edge where nagas or serpent folk reclaim their ancient domain. Floods thicken gel-like and violet-glowing burning skin, while fish mutate with human teeth and limb-like fins swimming in sludge. It is not pollution, but life-twisting alien and terraforming for new denizens that will soon inhabit these dark waters. Tuvalu's 9 coral specks peak at 5 meters, so they craft metaverse replicas with trees and stones digitized for eternity. Pitched as salvation psychologists decry this digital tomb where inhabitants slacken and ghost toward code-trapped souls in a server. Rumors hint mind upload tests while the Devil's Throat nearby bites shore hunks gone overnight, leaving gaping wounds in the land. Ships blink off radars and a 2022 submersible herd piston thuds at 2 kilometers, glimpsing obsidian walls. Waters boil or stay mirror-still anomalously, while UFO theories claim isle tips are submerged alien hubs rousing from sleep. Lights launch skyward and evacuation clears witnesses for owner's return as the ocean prepares to take back what is hers. Bangkok, Thailand's Angel City, sinks fastest among metropolises, falling 2 to 10 centimeters yearly on the Chao Phraya Delta mud. Skyscrapers compress clay and groundwater pumps create a void beneath, causing the city to slowly collapse into the swampy earth. Air thickens with decay while canals turn green and face-haunted as monks prophesy spire submersion heralds Asura demons rising up. Karst Cave's labyrinth unnaturally and Suvarnabhumi Airport swamp build yielded bones and artifacts buried hasty during its difficult construction phase. Exorcism by 99 monks failed to cleanse the site where blue lady ghosts leave slime trails across the polished floors. Sathurn's ghost tower stands 49-story skeletal shadowing temples where feng shui is breached and ancient harmony is rent asunder. Whispers and gazes haunt the streets while skyscrapers vibrate naga portals and toilets spawn pythons in the dead of night. Floors scratch nightly as the metropolis makes sacrifices to an underwater crypt that awaits the final plunge into the darkness. Maps lie eternal as borders shift and elites bunker in Altai and Zealand Highlands, knowing the truth of the end. Noah's Ark reboots exclusive for the wealthy while water purges cyclically, and Antarctica warms from below, signaling the doomsday clock. Doomsday ticks louder each day, asking the chilling question of who follows into the abyss when the final wave crashes down. Picture endless night pressing down at the sea bottom where 2019 brought teams to probe lines in the dark. Mud and stone were expected, but tracks scarred the floor like giant furrows while a groan heaved a profound awakening pant. Data was cloaked and safety assured, but an insider revealed the seafloor drops to chasms and depths reassert their dominance. Solidity deceives us all as change accelerates beyond screens and 6 realms face erasure first in this imminent global catastrophe. Paradise veils the abyss in the Maldives where 1,192 ocean gems sit blind to submerged dread. Kiribati fragments in Pacific fury where mariners recoil from luminescent emerald waters that captive and veil cognition with toxic fog. Netherlandic dominion is sea-subdued despite Maesland Petalworks shielding Rotterdam as the lithic drone deranges the perpetual tremor beneath them. Bengal Delta filth forges abomination where 160 million squeeze the Ganges mouth, awaiting the quintipartite perdition of the flood. Tuvaluan cybernation engenders facsimile arboreal lithic domiciles while indigenes languish somnambulate as subroutine specters in a digital grave. Krungthep founders velocitus as colossi compress lutum and atmospherics become gravid with putrescence ushering in the demon monarchy. Patrician vessels inaugurate unballasted as aqueous revolutions regenerate and the Antarctic stirs a basal blaze in the depths of ice. Midnight tolls for humanity as the ocean rises to claim its due, leaving us to wonder if your shore is next. The deep ocean keeps its secrets well, but the time has come for the truth to rise to the surface. We are but guests on this blue marble, and the landlord is waking up to evict those who ignore the signs. Sleep well tonight, knowing that beneath the waves, something is watching and waiting for the perfect moment to emerge again. This is a historical revival documenting the end of the old world and the rise of the deep. Subscribe for truth.